I take it that you clicked on this video because your company is using Net Promoter Score. I'm going to assume that you spent a considerable amount of time and resources building the program, launching it, and then heard crickets after you sent your survey to your customers because your response rate was low. I'm Michelle Falcon, and in this video, I'm going to share 5 ways to increase your response rates to 60% or greater. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I teach you how to use customer experience and employee engagement strategies to build your business. Today, I'm going to share how to increase your Net Promoter Score response rate to get even more customer data to better your business. For those not familiar, Net Promoter Score is a customer survey system that companies like Apple, American Express, and Procter & Gamble use that asks 2 simple questions. The first is on a scale from 0 to 10, where 10 is absolutely and 0 is absolutely not. How likely are you to recommend company ABC to a friend or colleague? The second question is based on the score you received in the first question. If you received a 0 to 8, customers that are known as your detractors and passives, the second question you would ask is, what is it that that company ABC would need to do to earn a higher recommendation? If your customer rated you a 9 or 10, these customers are known as your promoter customers, you would ask, what is it that company ABC does to earn your recommendation? I was first introduced to Net Promoter Score in 2008 when I was working for 1-800-GOT-JUNK, who had an NPS score of 84. After learning about the system, I immediately bought 2 books on Net Promoter Score and started reading. The 2 books were The Ultimate Question, Driving Good Profits and True Growth, and Answering the Ultimate Question, How Net Promoter Score Can Transform Your Business. After reading the books, speaking to companies that use it, and seeing it firsthand how it operationally and profitably improved a business, I was hooked. I understand that there are naysayers of Net Promoter Score, and that's fine. Like anything, the program is only as good as how well you understand it and implement it within your business. Throughout my career, I've helped dozens of companies, including my own, launch Net Promoter Score programs. One of the main questions I receive when I speak at an event on Net Promoter Score or customer experience is, how do I increase my email response rate? Most organizations receive a 5 to 20% response rate to their customer surveys. By using these 5 tactics in these videos, I will help you get to a 60% response rate or higher. The #1 recommendation to increase your email survey response rate is to evaluate your email subject line. Let's use Rogers Communication as an example. Rogers is Canada's largest telecom company and my service provider. I like the company, but I believe they could be doing a better job with their email subject line. As of June 2017, their email subject line read, "Your feedback is requested." I can promise you these emails have swiftly made it to my trash folder because it doesn't capture my attention. For me, that subject line isn't a very authentic or engaging, which doesn't make me want to open that email. A subject line that I would prefer would be, "How was your customer experience? Tell us in 2 minutes." The reason this email subject line works is because it asks an interesting question and it tells the customer how long it will take them to complete the survey. By asking this question, you instill curiosity in the customer. The second part shows respect for their time rather than sending them down a rabbit hole. I don't recommend blindly changing your email subject lines. A/B test a few, evaluate the results for 3 months, and then make an informed decision on which subject line will yield the greatest results. The second tactic I use is similar to the first. However, with this approach, you want to evaluate the copy within the email. Having your customer open the email is the first task. The next, which is equally as important, is to ensure that they click through to actually complete the survey. Let's use Airbnb as an example. Here's a screenshot of an email that they sent to their customer. "Hi customer, thank you for using Airbnb. We really appreciate you choosing Airbnb for your travel plans. To help us improve, we would like to ask you a few questions about your experience so far. It'll only take you 3 minutes. and your answers will help us make Airbnb even better for you and other guests. Thanks, the Airbnb team. You'll notice a few things. There are only 4 sentences within the copy. Within the 4 sentences, they thank you for your patronage, they thank you for helping them improve, and outline how long the survey will take. In this case, only 3 minutes. This is masterful copywriting, and I'm sure contributes to a high response rate for Airbnb. Take a look at the body of your emails that you send to your customers requesting feedback. Is it short and to the point, or is it long-winded and indirect? And also evaluate how well it reads, or does it sound robotic? The third tactic I use to increase email surveys response rate is to genuinely ask yourself, do I really need to be asking this many questions? The reason Net Promoter Score is so valuable is because it allows the customer to tell you directly what's important to them, rather than you force feeding them questions that might not be important to them. My rule of thumb is to ask no more than 5 questions at a time. By doing so, you will stop customers from having what's known as survey fatigue. Survey fatigue is when a customer accepts your proposal to complete a survey but doesn't complete it because it's too long. Take a look at how many questions you're asking your customers to complete and ask yourself if they are all necessary. Step number 4 is to provide your customers a visual tracker of where they are within the survey process. Most software these days will provide a progress tracker like this one here. Notice how clearly it displays what steps the customer is on within the survey. A tool as small as this will help increase your survey response rates because it helps guide the customer through the process. Step number 5 is to leverage your employees to plant a seed with your customers, and so that they expect to receive your survey in their inbox. Whether you speak to your customers in person, by phone, live chat, social media, or any other channel, leverage your team members to say something like this after they've served your customers. Mrs. Johnson, thank you for being a customer of Company ABC. To continuously improve our customer experience, we heavily rely on your feedback. Within 48 hours, you're going to receive an email survey. It will only take you 2 minutes to complete. Would you be able to allocate 2 minutes of your time to help us get better? The reason that this type of script works is because you've thanked the customer for their business. You've made it about them and their experience with your company. You've told them that it will only take a short amount of time. And most importantly, you asked a question at the end to get their commitment. I'm not a huge fan of scripts. Instead, provide your team with the framework and key points to mention to the customer and let them develop their own communication so it sounds authentic. Also, don't forget to get your employees to tell your customer to check their spam folder. Often your surveys are actually going to hit the spam folder instead of their inbox. Your employees are valuable assets when asking your customers to participate in your survey program. You'll be surprised how much it can positively impact your survey response rates. There you have it, my top 5 tactics to receive a 60% or greater customer survey response rate. I want to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell me why you don't like the Net Promoter Score. I've heard many reasons and I want to hear what you think. If you learned something by watching this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel to be alerted when I release my next video. Like this video, share it with your friends and on social media, and follow me on social media by searching my first and last name. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.